After a 4-year hiatus, the Charles River Regional Chamber held its most popular community event of the year. For the 26th time, the Spring Seasonings, A Taste of Our Towns, returned to the Newton Marriott's ballroom with 40 different food and beverage exhibitors from Newton, Needham, Watertown, and Wellesley. It's back. The Spring Seasonings, The Taste of Our Towns event hosted by the Charles River Regional Chamber was a huge success. With over 500 attending and 40-plus different restaurants and local businesses showcasing their signature drinks and dishes, the 4-year absence was instantly forgotten and smiles were everywhere.
I'm one of the founders of this deal, and this makes me so happy when I see this, but we have 4 between now that we're the Charles River Chamber. We were the Newton Needham, but now we have Watertown and we have Wellesley here. So to see the diversity in the food and the people, it's just so great. And I'm just so thrilled to see people coming in.
The Spring Seasonings event was started by a few of the Chamber's local restaurant owners almost 30 years ago.
In the beginning, we couldn't get anyone to even to participate. All the people wanted to come, but the restaurants didn't understand it. You want me to give away free food? It's like, yeah, so that people get to know your restaurant.
That attitude changed many years ago, with the event mostly, if not always, selling out of tickets. And while the event was put on hiatus due to the COVID pandemic, President of the Chamber, Greg Reedman, was a little skeptical about bringing it back.
I thought it was too much to ask our restaurants, given all they've been through in the last few years, to come and they donate their time, they donate the food, but they came to us, particularly Shauna Guerin and Jay Spencer and Joe Prestigian, and said, no, you actually need to do this and we're ready to do it. And we really signed up restaurants faster than we ever have, a bigger variety of restaurants than we've ever seen. And here we are in this day and age, on 2024, where we have 500 people who are all happy at the same time.
Everybody's very happy. It's a beautiful spring day for it too. It's in the 60s, so it's great. Very happy to see everybody again.
Happy because the attendees were able to try so many different samples under one roof.
It's a great opportunity for our restaurants in all 4 communities to get together, to know each other. I mean, they really do value the networking opportunity, and it's a fantastic opportunity for all diners to go revisit their favorite places and discover some new ones, and discover them if they're in Newton, now discover some in Watertown or Wellesley or Needham and vice versa. It's just a great opportunity to get people together, and the food has been phenomenal this year.
And what a great day. I mean, between the Eclipse and this event and what we're doing in Newton and Needham, it's fantastic. Really a great day. First of all, we have it's a gluten-free penne with a primavera sauce, and then the cheese tortellini, which is gluten, of course. But it's all fresh vegetables. There's no chicken stock. It's all vegan. It's really nice and delicate, and fresh herbs. That's what makes it special.
So the book is by Chef Michael Schlau, a James Beard Award winner. We have artichoke tonight with a pesto bianco and a pickled shallot above. We've been in Wellesley for about 17 years, right at the base of Wellesley College and the bookstore. And we've had award-winning restaurants in Boston, including Radius, Fiammata, and Great Bay.
We have some potato dumplings with the sour cream and caramelized onions. And for dessert, we're doing our signature sour cherry crepe dessert, which is sour cherries wrapped in crepes and homemade whipped cream and some drilled chocolate on top.
Well, it's actually my husband's mother's recipe, and it's so unique because people are really into spicy chilies. But we introduced sweet corn into it, so it sort of neutralizes the acid and makes it sweet, and it's kind of not all about just being hot. So it's really, and people get hooked on it. They're like, we love your chili.
We brought our meatballs with our signature marinara and our lemon chicken. Always a good feeling. Yeah, making life delicious.
We make Velo vodka right in South Boston. It's gluten-free, and my daughter and I own the company. So you can find us at over 600 locations in Mass, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, and soon Connecticut.
Tonight we got a Death by Chocolate, coffee Oreo, salted caramel pretzel, vanilla, and mint chip. And then, of course, there's hot fudge, strawberry, caramels, whipped cream, M&M sprinkles, chocolate chips, and Oreos. And, of course, a cherry on top.
It is so wonderful to have the restaurants who had such a hard time during the pandemic invite us all in, feed us so well, and celebrate all the great things that happen when restaurants are thriving.
While the pandemic may be over, the effects of it are still lingering.
It would be great if it was just COVID was over and then we bounced back. But COVID wasn't over, because then we have all the supply chain shortages and the labor shortages and the inflation. You know, it's really hard for business right now if they want to expand or replace their refrigerator or whatever to get a loan at any rate. But the interest rates have made it really difficult for so many businesses. So we got a lot of work to do as a community. Plus, Newton has been through some tough times itself, you know, between the teacher strike and the anti-Semitism concerns that we all share, and so many other things, and a couple brutal elections where things just became really difficult, people not happy and getting along like they are tonight. So we want to do what we can to help bring people together.
The Chamber is also advocating in areas to help the business owners thrive going forward.
On the advocacy side, it's all about housing, housing, housing. And employers are still really struggling to hire, and hiring is a big part of housing and a big challenge there. We need to build more housing. We need to be able to find places for our workers to live, for our customers to make our downtowns and village centers more prosperous. And there's, you know, a lot of other challenges. Childcare is a big issue for everybody who's trying to get back to work. Certainly we're worried about climate and what that means, and concerned that we responsibly make sure we make changes to protect our environment but not bankrupt businesses at the same time. So there's a lot that we're keeping us really busy.
Whether it was the food, the drinks, the atmosphere, or all of them, many had a great time enjoying the Charles River Regional Chamber's Spring Seasonings event. Greg Riemann has a tip for you in case you decide to attend next year.
The secret ingredient to this thing is to pace yourself. Take your time, go around, eat a little bit, talk a little bit, drink a little bit, and repeat.
Jen Adams, Newton News, Auburndale.